Hello and welcome to Whiskey Resource. My name is Mark. This is review number 107. So 107 is another full bottle review with a blind dram input. The blind dram I sent out to Omar from the Black Barrel Sippers Club. And I challenged Omar to taste the whiskey and then to give his opinions on the strength, maybe an age statement, the nose and the palate, and what cask he thought that maybe the whiskey is matured or finished in, together with his ideas to maybe what distillery, what location it came from, followed up with his general opinion and overall score, whether he would recommend it or not. Okay, so this is the first time that Omar has got to see the result, and the whiskey that he reviewed will be revealed in just a moment. I'm going to pour my dram. I'm actually going to be a little evil here, I think, and just make him wait a bit longer before I tell you. Okay, so on the nose, he was getting lemon, green gage, white pepper spice with some cereal and a bit of green pine. So yeah, I'm getting some of them notes. I'm certainly getting the lemon, and the green pine is a really good note off that one. The official taste notes would say that it's honey, malt, sweet, fruit, with some hop influence, and I think that would be the green pine, really. There is certainly something else sitting there, and I think you've probably got that one with the green pine, maybe hop. And on the palate, he says that, well, I'll do my tasting notes. Sweet, medium sweet, biscuity, malty, lemon, honey, some vanilla, some green funk going on there, which is rather resinous, piney. It is a little spicy towards the finish. So he was getting a hint of pineapple, followed by more warming spice of pepper and ginger. The official tasting note says that it's sweet and malty, honey, cereally, citrus, with a hoppy ale character. So I'm going to put you out of misery now. The whiskey, Omar had it down as about a 43% ABV as a non-age statement whiskey. So it's the Deanston Dragon's Stout cask finish, which is an American whiskey, American beer. So this is bottled at 50.5% ABV. It is an Amazon exclusive. It is a non-age statement whiskey. However, if you visit the Amazon website, they'll tell you that it was actually bottled, or rather it was distilled in December of 2012, where it was placed into I did make a note of the cask type that went into somewhere. Sorry, apologise. I need to go back to their website and tell you, because it was put in recharged casks in December 2012, and then in August of 2019 it was put into the Dragon's Milk Stout barrels, where it remained until it was bottled. Now this was released in 2020. I've had a look on the bottle to see whether or not there's any kind of a bottling date on it, but I can't find one. So this is between 7 and 8 years old, probably closer to the 7. So I suppose a non-age statement would pretty much identify what this whiskey is with the bottle. He had the cask maturation as being bourbon, which is really, really well done on that one, because it is a recharred ex-bourbon cask that they've used, so it does have that bourbon influence going on in there. course, it has cask finishing as well, which I'm going to say he picked up on with that green pine, because that green pine, that for me is the citrus notes. He said that it's probably around £25. The price on Amazon currently, because it does change, is £41.35. So it's a little bit more than that. So I think, given the price, I don't think Omar would consider purchasing this one. He said it's not offensive, but it's nothing special. It's a good starter whiskey. The flavours are clean and present, and it has similar flavour profiles to some gateway whiskies, maybe such as the Deanston Virgin Oak. It's a Deanston. You mentioned Deanston Virgin Oak there, so your palate, mate, is pretty spot on. He said that he thought it came from the Scottish Highland as well, judging by the kind of profiling he was getting from it. Again, spot on, as being a Highland whiskey. He said that you would score it about a 70 out of 100, and that he would recommend it as a starter whiskey if they like lemon. And lemon is very much an American bourbon type note, citrus influence. So Omar, that's pretty well spot on. As far as I'm concerned, you've got an excellent palate there, mate. It's the ABV is particularly hard to nail down. I found that out myself. It can be quite hard. Would I recommend it, having bought it? My thoughts are the same as him. Although I wouldn't say it is it's a gateway whiskey. I think it's it needs to be gradually brought up to this. I think the ABV as well, it's a tricky one. Whilst it doesn't necessarily come across hot, somebody who's new to whiskey, they would just need to have a couple of too many of these, and I don't think they would appreciate the results the next morning. I think it's got some pretty sharp flavours in there. The green gauge that you mentioned on the nose, that may follow through the palate. The ginger pepperiness, I think that can be a bit off-putting as a starter, maybe. I don't know. After having bought it and tried it, I thought it was overpriced by at least £10. This should be sitting around the £30 mark, just under £30 for a bottle of this. It's pleasant enough. I will not be replacing it. It is an exclusive to Amazon, so I assume once they've sold out, that's it. They won't be getting any more of these unless they do another run. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed, but given the fact that I love the Deanston 12, I thought that maybe this would be a winner. And it's there, it's okay, it's not brilliant. In terms of score, the last review I did, I met Tom halfway on the score. However, if I was to meet Omar halfway on this score, it would significantly rank it low, and I'm talking about into the realms of being worse than the Ballantine's Finest that I tried back in review number 2. Yeah, review 2 was Ballantine's Finest, which for my mind was just such an awful whiskey. It was probably just that bottle that I had, and I've had the bottle since, and my opinions are the same. So it's the bottle. I haven't tried Ballantine's Finest from any other source, so it'd be interesting to try a sample somebody else can give me, maybe. But it's not. This is nowhere near as bad as that. This is much better than that. So I'm still going to reduce my score down from what I thought it was to something which I think's a fairer judgment based on my scoring system. I think 70 is too low, but that's Omar's scoring. We need to kind of meet at some point. That's fair. So I've got an idea as to how I'm going to score it. Hopefully Omar will agree that looking at my reviews, it's a fair result. But thank you very much for that. It's been a interesting one to see how really good people's palates are. It's quite amazing. So I've done one blind tasting from Omar. I've got a couple more to do, a few more to do. I think I'm going to lose on this. I think Omar's done a cracking job on that one. I think I'm going to lose on my 5. But here you go. Laters.